Hey there guys, welcome to the Amazing Brick Network. My name's Tori Favreau and I hope that you are all well. Today we are going to be building the Warhol Marilyn Monroe, one picture, four options. You may know it as a Lego mosaic, and obviously I'm not going to build all four of them, so I am going to build that one there because I think it looks a bit Frankenstein-y, to be honest with you. This is based on the famous Andy Warhol photo of Marilyn Monroe. And this box is massive. I haven't tried something of this scale filming it, so forgive me. There we go. That's the back of the box there. And yeah, so that one there I reckon looks cool. And I think that's the one we're going to have a crack at. So sit back, relax with your favorite little beverage as I put this together for you guys. I hope you do enjoy. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and pop a comment below if you've ever built one of these. And yeah, once I've finished building this, I will do a little voiceover about the experience. But I do hope you enjoy what you're watching. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I will do my best to keep it in frame for the entire recording. Let's get building. Alrighty, you know it's time. Let's get straight into this and have a quick look. The contents. The box was really heavy, I'll tell you that straight away. Bit of a slice and dice. Remember, kids, always cutting away from yourself. Keep it safe. Or if you're a younger person, get mum and dad to do that little bit for you. This was a heavy box, like I said, with, even though they're only studs, with over 3,000 in there, there were a lot of bricks in this set, which made it absolutely awesome to open up. Beautifully packaged. Felt weird seeing all the bricks sort of just jammed up in the corner like that, though, I can tell you right now. Also, holding that many bricks in a bag, it felt like, you know, everyone's best Bricklink order had come to life. All right, let's get the rest of those bricks out of there. And in this area here, guys, you can download a QR code that will let you listen to a soundtrack whilst you're building, which is pretty cool. And we've got our book here, pretty thick little booky book. And I don't know if there's going to be other books in there, but yeah, let's enjoy following this. I almost need bowls, I think, to put the bricks into. I may have to do that. Hitting the old speed up, folks. I won't make you sit through the 3.5 hours that it actually took to make this. Let's get that box out of the way. Absolutely. The booklet itself was really interesting. I did like that, and getting the bricks into those bowls made a lot of sense. It was far easier than dealing with the bags, that's for sure. Hopefully you find this mesmerizing, but I can tell you this right now. It was strangely relaxing. I had the instruction booklet on a little stand that I use just out of sight there. But and this is also one of the first times I've truly done an overhead. So I do hope that you like the slightly different build angle. I thought it would complement what we were doing today a lot more. So I went and purchased a tripod that can extend really high. So it got up and over me and allowed me to show you the build this way, which I just thought for like the Lego Art series, it made a lot more sense that you could see every tile being laid down. This is being sped up at 20 times actual build speed, so you can see that I'm actually taking my time there in order to make sure I get everything right, and I still made a few mistakes during the process. Those little circular tiles, that they're awesome. They are actually nice to put on. They click on really easily. It feels stupid saying that about bricks, but they were comfortable to use, and considering I had to use so many of them, as you will see, it was somewhat of a relief. But I still managed to, you know, it was because I built so quickly. I did really want you guys to, I realized what I said, because even though I was trying my best to get it done quickly so as I could show you folks, I still managed to end up with slightly sore fingers at the end of the process. The things we do for our art, hey? But no, this was just such a good process, so much fun to do. And I love it. It made me want to do more afterwards. So it is certainly something that I think that Lego got extremely right. During the process also, I found that sometimes, like when I was picking up an element, others would stick to my finger at the same time. So all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, I need to put 2 of those down. But I've only picked up 1, but there's another one stuck to my hand. So we were able to get that going quite nicely. As you fill in the details, it's funny when you're up close and personal with each of those little squares, or they're not little, but each of those squares, you don't realize like what you're making, so to speak, until you hold it away. And then it's the forced perspective that certainly helps. You go, oh, okay, that's the eye, or that's part of the hair. Those bricks are so beautiful and bright, and for once I think I got my lighting nearly spot on. So the colours that you're looking at now are the colours that I do, like, I can tell you right now, they're the colours of the set. They look really cool. It's so bizarre seeing my hands sped up for this. Now, you're probably seeing more of my arms than you normally would. And if you look closely, just trivia time, they're actually, for the most part, Lego tattoos. Tell you what though, you'd have to have a keen eye to work that out quickly. Even the Transformers ones on my right arm, they are done in Lego form, so they're like minifigures. Doing this panel here is the first time that you sort of went, okay, I can see that this is coming together as a face. And I made a decision after finishing off this particular panel that I was going to change up the way I was doing it. So there you go, the eye coming into focus there, no pun intended. I popped that bit on because I was going to just show you as each bit clamped on. I thought, well, we may as well, like I'm putting thousands of bricks down, even though it's all going to be sped up, we may as well just treat it as a little reveal at the end. So you'll see me pop this on, and then once I finish the next panel, also, you can see by the way the Technic pins that are holding it all together, I wouldn't have been able to put the actual, the panel on properly. So it was simply a case of, okay, let's do it 3 at a time, connect them all, and then at the very end, we'll be able to have some fun and put it together. I had a lot of fun with just varying up the different ways that I made this. As you may have noticed, in some of them I just did it straight line for line. In others I'd find a certain color and then I'd make that and then build around it. And in some circumstances, I must admit, I'm not proud of this, but I did it to drive you guys crazy like what I'm doing now. I knew it all had to be yellow, so I just slapped all those yellow bricks down just wherever my hand slid. I did it deliberately just to mix it up a little bit, that it wasn't just line, 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 line. It is such a beautiful set. Have you been lucky enough to build any of these yourself? If you have, drop a comment below and do let us know what exactly it is that you've been putting together. The panels that I'm applying the studs to, they're not studs, I'm sorry, but the round tiles to, they are really well made. Like it made the whole process a lot easier. I think it was a far better decision by Lego to do them with the Technic holes than maybe just to use flat plates, which to be honest is what I thought. I'd never like seen one of these built before in this manner. And I have seen people doing like mosaic pictures just onto flats. So I've never actually seen it done in this particular manner outside of these ideas set. So that is something that is really cool. It was really solid. You'll hear me do a little talk over the top at the very end of this video, but I just do want to let you know the entire process, like it was solid. There was certainly nothing that made me think this is going to break or fall apart, and the way that they get you to make the actual framework itself is really cool. So don't be worried if you do make this and you do put it up on a wall. It's not going to fall to pieces or break apart. It's going to stay in place, that's for sure. And as I always say, you'll see me make mistakes, so you may see me lifting things off and back on again. But that's the fun of building with Lego, I tell you right now. Though you may not, obviously you can't see it because unfortunately you're just stuck with my voice at the moment. Those bowls hitting each other, they are China bowls, and the sound they were making at times, I was like, oh my goodness, I hope I remember to turn the sound down on this. Your poor sensitive ears, having been subjected to my voice enough times as is without the sound of bowls crashing into each other. I know on this bit here, I started worrying that I'd gotten things wrong. And so I don't know if maybe the time frame thing, but I did pull apart a fair bit of it, that's for sure. And here we go. So this is the final panel, and then we will work our way onto the actual frame itself, where I did goof up there as well. Now, bearing in mind that every single dot is there, I think it's just when you're staring at it for so long, even though it is in a grid-like structure, you still think to yourself, okay, well, I'll go ahead or I'll make an assumption, and then it's like, oh, wait, it's not working. So what can I change around? And it was cool doing these bits here because I knew there was only a certain amount of bricks, and then I could start moving the bowls off the table permanently. Believe it or not, by the time it was finished, as you can see right now, that looks amazing. There was only 2 black elements left. Really shocked me. I thought there'd be a lot more left. So this is the outside border for the framework here, and this is where I make my mistake. See how they're protruding one stud out? They should have actually been flush, and I'm pretty sure in just a moment you're going to see me undo all that because I go all the way around and then it's like, wait a second, I'll make a corner piece here and it doesn't fit, and I'm like, why doesn't, yeah, there we go, fixing it all. The structural integrity was really outstanding though. There we go, we're just popping the extra pieces around there to make sure, and you can see that on the right hand side we've got the much larger elements. Sorry, I'm actually getting caught up in my own building. But I hope you enjoyed this. It was so much fun to bring this to you, and thank you once again. Well, so there you have it, guys. That was a tough, fun, rewarding build. It took multiple hours to finish up, but overall I'm extremely happy with the result. There was something really therapeutic about putting the bricks in, or just doing a panel at a time was very nice. The actual piece itself is pretty solid. There's not a lot of bend to it. It most certainly could hang up fairly safely on your wall, or fairly safely, it totally would hold. So don't be concerned about that. But this is just really, really cool. I think it's come out wonderfully, and I just think the design is absolutely on point. I am not going to break this. Someone asked me, was I going to break it apart and do the other builds? No way. I think I'll just be sticking with this one for now and enjoying it as it is. But never fear, I've got other mosaics that I will be building for you. I think this hopefully, but I'm recording this directly after building. I hope when I do the speed up, it's pretty cool to watch as all the little tiles go on there. It was lots of fun. I think it's a really sassy looking picture, and I just think that the way it was designed was phenomenal. I tell you what though, when you are clicking in a lot of bricks like that in the one color, goodness gracious me, those old fingies, so make sure to do a bit of stretching and flexing before you start this one. But this has been so much fun to show to you. I'm so glad that I could. As always, folks, if you're enjoying what I'm doing, please give me a like, a subscription, and a comment if possible. I know I'm asking for several things, but it all helps. And we will be back with another show shortly. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching the Amazing Brick Network. Happy building.